I'm a little tiny bit late. I was at a party. We were galentining. Thank you, Stacy. Thank you, Mama Grace. Thank you, Lily and Pearl. Thank you, Maggie. Thank you, Maggie. So what's happening? Happy Valentine's, happy Galentine's, happy everything today. I feel like I'm back in, this is what I wore in high school, white shirt and then, but not red. But this red shirt is really cool because my dog is my Valentine. Yay! Wait, where's my standing up? It's true. It's totally true. It's totally true. We had a party. We had food. We had treats. We had sweets and treats. But tonight, I was going to sing. And then I thought, nah. So I'm here to talk about movies and stuff. My name is Jenna. This is 11:11 with Jenna. I am here 7 days, 7 nights, 14 times a week, 14 times a week. And you're here, and no, I haven't gone public yet because I was chatting. So I'm editing the privacy. Now it's free to share and share alike. Thank you, Patty, for sharing on all the different platforms. Hey, April Bruce, William D, Julie Luce, Patty, Mama Grace, where are you? Where are you? Hello. I sold a collage yesterday. Sing, oh please sing. Oh no. Happy Valentine's Day, everyone. Oh, Julie, let me do that another night. I'll just do it another night. When there's tomorrow night, somebody was going to be here and then I never heard back from them. And then Wednesday, somebody was going to be here, but I haven't heard back from them either. So they might just be 11-minute, 11-second shows. Tomorrow morning, Patty, we can do it next week. But let me finish doing one quick thing right here really fast in my notes. How are you guys? What did you guys do tonight? Did you get a fun, did you get any Valentines? Did you get any cocktails? Did you get any candy? Did you buy yourself candy? Tomorrow's the day, right? Tomorrow's the day to buy the candy. I almost picked up some Valentine candy today and then I went, wait, just go back and get it tomorrow. It's much more, it fits my budget better on the 15th. But we had our fair share tonight of fudge from, where's it from? Kilwin's fudge. Happy day. Oh, no, it's movie night and movie club. Monday. It's Monday night. This is the funniest thing about Monday Night Movie Club. My cousin Armando said, I want to be a part of Monday Night Movie Club, but I can't do it on this night or this night. I can only do it on Monday. Mondo, have you been here yet? No. But you know who has been? And is, I know she's like got it all going on. Ladies and gentlemen. April Bruce in the house. Our secretary. I need to put on a little bit of red to go with. Oh, that's red. What's up, secretary?
Sorry, I always forget to unmute.
You did perfect.
Yeah. I'm laughing at you said Armando couldn't do it or something except for Mondays, and I'm like,
oh yeah, he's like,
Monday
we could do it on Monday. And I said, well, Monday night is when I do my meditation, and he goes, Monday night's really the only night that works for me.
And it's Monday Night Movie Club though, so it is Monday.
But he's never been able to make it.
Oh, okay. There we go.
That's the joke.
That's okay. That's why I was laughing. I'm like, wait a minute, it's a Monday.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hold on. Here we go. Welcome movie critic extraordinaire Stacy. What are you drinking, Patty? Or April? Hey, Patty.
It's a ginger ale.
Ginger ale. Nice.
Yeah, I had an upset stomach, and ginger ale helps.
Does it?
Yeah.
Patty Lohman likes 11:11 with Jenna. Thank you, Patty. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Cooker Marenko too. What's up, Stace? On you thyself.
Unmute. I was going to say, I see her.
Yay. Here we are. Here we are. See, we have a crew tonight. AJ's here. AJ's here now? Wow. AJ, what are you doing? Good morning. Good evening. Hey, AJ. Hey, AJ, come on and talk about movies with us because you watch movies a lot. He's the master, the Sunday morning master. So you have an upset belly from candy?
No. Well, maybe. I don't know. I had lobster bisque tonight.
Ooh.
It was very good. And I did have a couple cake balls and cookie. So it could be.
What kind of you're a cake ball master, right? Mistress?
I'm working on it. No. Ava was here Saturday to Sunday, so we made some, and it's just hard. I mean, it's an easy thing, but I can't think of what it's called. Like the almond bark or the milk chocolate stuff. You have to have your cake balls all rolled.
I've never made a cake ball in my life.
And it's just cake. Like bake a cake. Doesn't matter what it looks like. Just bake a cake, and then you just mess it all up. Like you just tear it all up. And then you put like cream cheese, like a block of cream cheese or cream cheese frosting, and mix it in to the cake. I mean, obviously let it cool. And then you just tear it up, put the frosting stuff in it, mix it up. Have you ever taken a cake and you have the frosting on it, and you kind of mash it down with your fork and it kind of sticks together?
Okay.
But you mix the frosting all in with the tore up cake. Really good. And then you roll balls into them. And then you put them like in the fridge and they get really cold. But the like almond bark or milk chocolate, and you melt it, and and then you got to roll the cake ball in it and coat it. But it starts getting hard fast, like the little candy coating. So we're hurrying, and we would do like 3 or 4 of them, and then Ava would say, "Oh, sprinkles," and want to decorate them, but it was already hardened, and so the sprinkles were just rolling all over my floor and my counter and bouncing everywhere. So I said, "Okay, let's just roll like 2 at a time. Put the sprinkles on, and then we'll roll 2 more and because they would just the coating on the outside would harden too fast." But the idea is it's like biting into a candy bar or something, that texture. And then you got this gooey cake in the center. No, it's really a bad idea.
Were like they were like, oh, I'm thinking cake pops.
Cake pops like at Starbucks.
Well, I don't know. I've just seen they look like they're circled
on a stick. Yeah. Same thing without the stick. So you just call them cake balls.
Cake balls.
Why spend the money on sticks, right?
Stacy, are you familiar with the cake ball?
I am. My sister-in-law has a business. It's called the Rolling Gem, and she does cake balls, pretzel-coated sticks, and she has all these vintage carts and cool things. Awesome. So she's like the cake ball master.
Has she tried brownies?
I've never done a cake ball.
Like bake brownies and do it? Oh, those are the best.
Cake balls.
Yes.
Cake balls.
Or brownie. Like we did a white cake, a German chocolate cake, and a brownie mix, and all that. You just make it like you normally would and bake them, and then you just tear it up once it's cool. It's easy. The hard part is the mess trying to roll it in the candy coating stuff.
Do you make it like is it,
yeah,
it's
you just
not
put
in a form. You do it like a meatball.
Yeah, just like a meatball. And I kind of have OCD. So it's, I'm trying to realize that a child is doing this with me and it's okay if they're not perfect round. And I just let her have fun.
That would be tough.
But
wait a minute, let me fix that.
Candy coating hardens. Oh my God. I was having to you ever seen those plastic scrapers for pans? I was having to use that on my countertop because Ava she was dipping them and then trying to, and she was going across. We were laughing so hard though, because it was all over us, all over the counter. So
wow. Well, we have another chef jumping on. Hold on, ladies.
They're going to talk about maybe there's an easier way.
AJ Martinez in the house.
Hey, you got on.
He had to put some clothes on, I think. Meatballs. I'm gonna have to get you some. I'm gonna have to make some gluten. Hey, check it out, everybody.
Jenna, do you eat can you eat the almond bar?
Do I do what? We're dancing, April. Sorry. Almond bar. What's almond bar?
The candy coating.
No. I eat almond. Oh, Alex is just plugging in. Do I eat almond bark?
Like the milk chocolate, they come in squares. I'm sorry, guys. I talk with my hands a lot.
What are you, Italian or something?
Yeah.
Makeup.
I'll put a little emphasis in it. You take the almond bark or the chocolate bark and you melt it. I'm a terrible.
No, I don't
know. I have gluten-free cake mix, so I could do the gluten-free cake mix, but I wouldn't know how to substitute the outer coating. There we go.
I'll try the almond bark, but just
just white chocolate.
Wow. Alex, do you know what cake balls are?
I do know what cake balls are.
Man, where have I been living? I've been living in Berkeley too long or something. I lived in the woods for too long.
Cake balls for me were, I used to make them when I messed up an edible, when I was making edibles for the pot club that I was working for. I would either mess it up or something, but it still retained the properties from the can of butter. So rather than just scrap the whole thing, I would mix it with some frosting or something and then work it with the hands and turn it into a truffle and then dip the truffle. So yeah,
you can do that. So do you put is it like edible chocolate on the outside of the cake?
Well, yeah. I would heat it up, but the edibles in the respect of edibles that are made, can of butter, something that's got
like a caramel, like one of those caramels she used to make. Would you do it with that?
Well, if I messed up caramel, then I would turn it into peanut brittle.
So, April, when he's talking about edibles, do you understand what he's talking about?
Yes.
Okay. I don't know. Okay. Cake balls, you guys. I knew nothing about a cake ball.
Okay, so we ran out of time and we didn't get to make doggy biscuits. So I will make those and I'll make you some gluten-free cake balls, but I don't know how to do the chocolate on the outside.
I think the almond bark sounds great. I just don't know. I'm down with the almond bark. I just haven't.
It's just. I think it's white. Stacy, isn't it just white chocolate? They just call it almond bark.
Yes. Oh,
I have a friend that used to make puppy chow. Do you make puppy chow, April?
I haven't, but my daughter Carmen does.
Yeah, my friend Chris used to make big old bags of puppy chow. Her husband was a basketball coach for a couple of big teams, and she used to make like giant bags of puppy chow for the NBA players, and they would just scarf it down.
Yeah, I can't make stuff like that because of Mark,
Because he'd eat it all?
Yes. He's bad. I have to hide when I make sweets and stuff, I have to hide them in different areas of the house. So I have to hide my chocolate chips.
I'd have to give my mom, the cake mom, takes these cake balls, please.
Yeah.
Red velvet cake balls. Yum.
Oh,
cheesecake. What about cheesecake?
I bought red velvet cake balls to do, but I just let my granddaughter pick. And
cheesecake balls. What?
What do you think about a cheesecake ball?
What are we talking about here? This is incredible. This is way better than a movie.
I think that would be messy.
I don't know if it's even possible, but it sounds good. A chocolate-coated cheesecake ball.
You know what you could do? Because we had to do this with the brownies. They were too fudgy. So we had to kind of put them in the freezer for a little bit. I bet if you took the cheesecake, put it in the freezer, and it maybe rolled it with some spoons, put it in the freezer for a little bit, and then dip them.
Yum.
Right. That would work.
We're going to have a party in your backyard, April. Cake ball party in the backyard.
I used to be awesome at throwing parties, and I loved to entertain, and I was big for appetizers or like finger foods. But I don't know why. I'm just getting into strange baking.
All right, like I'll do the appetizer.
I like to try different stuff.
I'll do the appetizer baking. Oh, okay. So Rich added some movies. Wait a second. Movies. There are movie titles with the word cake. There's a movie called Cake, and there's a movie called Cake. Yeah. The Cake Eater, Picnic with Cake, Cherry Cake, Birthday Cake, Piece of Cake, I'm Your Birthday Cake, Cake, A Wedding Story, Mama Cake, This Magnificent Cake, Bean Cake, Two Girls and a Cake. Who knew? Thank you. That's, okay. So we're doing science fiction. How about the week after we do cake movies?
I've never.
Rich, you're in charge of that one.
Hey, speaking of, and I'm going to probably sound totally ignorant.
Okay.
But you learn something new every day. I want to
hear you sound totally ignorant. Go for it.
Okay. Well, because this is like an epiphany to me. King cake.
Love king cake.
I had never heard of it until recently. Somebody in St. Joe was asking about king cake. And I'm like, what in the world is a king cake? So I Googled it, and I've got to make that now.
I've had the baby. I've gotten I think the baby twice I've been to 5 Mardi Gras, and I've had the baby twice.
We watched a movie, and for the life of us, Mike and I could not remember. And there was something where the chef, it was probably Hallmark now that I'm thinking of it, and they put a bean in the cake, and the story was that whoever got the bean or found the bean in their piece, and it was the same concept that theirs was, of course it was Hallmark, you'd find true love or something if you got the bean. And
we used to do it with juice. I have friends that were big juicers, and we would like everyone's doing Mardi Gras stuff, and we're practicing yoga and juicing and eating raw food, and we would put the baby in like a raw carrot cake.
Oh,
a carrot cake ball. That sounds good.
Carrot cake ball. I'm into this cake ball thing, and I had no idea. What's this T-shirt about you got going on there, sir?
I know. I've been trying to figure out
You want to know what? You're amazing.
This was one of my Christmas presents from the family here, and it's a go-to. It's when someone never says, oh, that was amazing, or oh my God, that was horrible, and we'd always come with the retort, well, your face is horrible, or your face is amazing. And so I use it so often that this is the front, and spin
Love you,
it around rather than take it off.
I love it. He's turning your face.
So that's the story of that.
And you wish, and I don't know what I was going to say. That's just very cool. Your face. Yeah. A week from next week, it's movies about cake. Rich.
That'll be interesting finds, which I don't know why I'm so chatty.
And you know what? We don't have to do the Netflix thing. I mean, I have Netflix, and I can find Netflix and HBO and Amazon. It does.
Where was that? What was it? Lazaro Feliz? Where was that?
On Netflix.
Netflix.
Okay, we could not find it. I don't know what if I was spelling it wouldn't.
No,
even
it has two different spellings, two different titles. Lazaro Feliz and also
was it Happy Lazaro or something like that?
Maybe.
We typed it in. I can't remember what came up, but I didn't think it was it.
Happy as Lazaro or Lazaro Feliz.
I don't remember seeing that.
So
I didn't watch it.
Yeah, we didn't watch it. I didn't watch it. Have you seen that movie, Alex?
We couldn't find it. But
Lazaro
I watched.
Feliz?
There was something I forgot about. I'm gonna bring up because we watched it. Has anyone ever? And we should have brought this up because it's on Netflix. Age of Adeline. Has anybody seen that?
No.
Oh my gosh. Age of Adeline. And it has Harrison Ford in it. And basically it's kind of scientific because part of it I didn't understand, but something about the stars and things happening, but she's in a car accident. Something happens to her and she never ages. It's that girl.
Don't tell us. Maybe sci-fi. Maybe sci-fi.
Well,
would it be a sci-fi movie?
Yeah, it could be because, Michael, what is that girl's name? She's from Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants.
Blake Lively?
Yes.
Hottie.
So she's in it, Harrison Ford. I can't remember the other guy, but she doesn't age. So all these years go by. She doesn't
age anyway now.
She doesn't age in the movie.
She's a super
and I don't want to tell too much, but basically, obviously, she was born in she was a New Year's baby, 1908. And so as time goes by and she's married, she has a daughter. Oh,
my favorite movie is Benjamin Buttons. One of my favorites. I love that concept. I think that's a really strong concept.
Yeah, just how, it's kind of like how you're brought in and you go, it's so truthful. But yes, if anybody wants another movie about time, or you could probably put it in the category of sci-fi. It is science fiction. Obviously this couldn't really happen. So, but Age of Adeline, and it's like ADALIN it. Harrison Ford, Blake Lively. Really, really good.
Okay. I posted Age of Adeline. So let me just catch you up here, AJ. We talked about time traveling movies last week, and that's what we watched for this week. And then we're going to be doing science fiction for tonight through next week.
Science fiction. So suggestions on movies dealing with science fiction tonight.
Yeah. And do you have any time traveling films that you like?
Did you guys watch Time?
Mm-hmm.
Time Bandits was one of my all-time favorite. The movie of the little people traveling throughout time. It was directed by one of the people from Monty Python, Terry Gilliam. Time Bandits has always been one of my favorites. I haven't seen that movie in a long time, but I enjoyed that movie very much.
I like that. So the ones we did see, April is our secretary. So she has the list of all the movies.
Well, we had the Lazaro Feliz, which we didn't watch. About Time.
I watched it. Did you watch it, April?
Yes.
Isn't it great?
So cute.
Yes. There was parts that was confusing, and I kind of had to go back, but the where the concept of having a child and you couldn't travel back after his dad died. That was just confusing because I was like, okay, so why can't he go back because he had that third baby? But wasn't it something with the lifetime that you had? So if you had a child, I don't know. I think
it changed what happened.
It changed the course of did it change the course of the conception by going back? Is that it?
Yeah. So you couldn't go back again before that child was born.
Did he have all daughters? Was it?
He had a boy.
A boy.
I thought the second one was a boy. Because we were thinking about that too. Said his second one was
the boy.
Yeah. I don't know. Because it got a little complicated with that. And then like you had the rules, but then right before he couldn't go back to see, like his third child was about to be born, he couldn't go back, and so he went to kind of visit his dad one more time, and basically said, but then his dad took him back.
Wasn't that the best part?
When he was a child. And I'm just like, okay, so he changed the rules for that, but he said, I suppose it would be okay as long as we don't change anything or mess with anything. So I was like a little confused, like why could they do that, but the kid couldn't, so it was a little confusing, but I really liked it. It's just,
if anyone still wants to check it out, it's a great film, I think.
Yes. And just, in life today, cute. We sat and wished so many times that we could go back, to the past, or we're like, I'd love to visit my parents just one more time. But at the same time, just cherish the moments while they're happening, And I just like the message. It was great. I like those that kind of end uplifting like that. So, I mean, I guess I'm human. We all do, right? We all want the happily ending.
Yeah. When it works. But
yeah,
I give that one, what do we have on here? We could do cake balls. I give that one 4 cake balls.
You give us 4 cake balls.
4 cake balls.
Yeah, I it got deep, I think, but I just like the thought, just to live each day. I mean, because then he didn't have to go back anymore.
I first saw it when I was in Mexico, and I was trying to watch it in Spanish, which was really confusing.
Oh.
And then I went,
because it's already there, foreign, European,
I like the lighting. I like the photography. I love where they go, at the coast and everything. It's great. But so check that one out, peeps. What other ones were we supposed to watch?
Long story short.
Which
remember I recommended that, where I didn't like the description they gave, because then when you watch it, what happens is, for some reason, this man's life fast forwards.
Right.
Like every few seconds it fast forwards to the next year. I
still want to see that one. Okay, Gracie, we're going to watch Long Story Short.
Yes. Okay. It ended up, I read it. It was a little confused. It was intriguing. So I said, last week I said, I haven't watched it, but it was intriguing. And then William looked it up. Well, when I watched it, it's really good. It's a little hard at first, it's got the confusing parts, but basically, if you haven't watched it, he meets this woman, they get married, but so to him, he's still in love and married, but every few minutes, just all of a sudden.
I saw that movie. Oh my God, I just saw that movie.
Yeah. So,
and then he calls his friend.
And it's a year later.
Oh, you guys, you have to see this movie.
Yeah, and every few minutes, it bumps up another year and she's all like frustrated because he's never home. Right. And he's like, I have a kid, Yeah. Right. But it's great. I mean, it just has.
I didn't even know.
Yes.
Yeah, we can't tell any more about it. But
yeah, we can't.
It's a really good movie. We just watched that like 10 days ago, but in between.
So our favorite was About Time and Long Story Short. We got those in, and then we ended up watching Age of Adeline, which was right up there with them. But there was others on the list. I don't know if anybody watched. but
There was
I don't know if you wanted to
Midnight
focus.
in Paris.
Yeah,
Midnight
that
in
Midnight.
Paris.
And then you mentioned Kate and Leopold.
I think that was Suzanne.
Somebody mentioned Somewhere in Time.
I think didn't.
Yeah, Somewhere in Time,
no,
Kate and Leopold. Long Story Short, Midnight in Paris, About Time, and Lazaro Felice.
Oh, About Time. I can't believe it. That got a little confusing too. Because you're like, wait a second, when he'd have his friend meet him, you know what I'm talking about? Meet me on this date and bring me a gift.
That was Long Story Short.
Or Long Story Short, which is About Time then?
That's the one where you go into a dark closet or corner, and his dad told him when they turned 21 or whatever, you could time travel.
Oh, I knew that. No, I'm confused. All right. Yeah. Long story short, I posted them, and I suggested About Time. Yeah. And you go in the closet and do the thing. Long story short, 5 cake pops.
Yeah.
Really? I forgot that was on the list. So, okay.
Yeah.
So,
the title kind of throws it off. I mean, to me, the title didn't fit with it. I guess I'd have to think about it, but you got to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't even want to say anymore, but
no,
it's great because at first I was trying to get the concept because they don't really tell you. They just jump into it.
Yeah. He wakes up
weird,
and you're like,
like glitter comes through the air and boom, it's a year later. And it happens every few seconds. And at first I'm like, is the whole movie going to be like every few seconds? But then you get caught up in what's happening and what, basically he's trying to save his marriage.
Don't say anymore.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's so many. Remember Big? I mean, now my mind.
Oh, Big, right.
With Tom Hanks. That was great. And remember Family Man with Nicolas Cage?
Oh, I love that movie.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I like the really sci-fi time travel, but
and
there's some really
good. She would like Long Story Short then. If you liked Family Man, you would like Long Story Short.
It's what it kind of sounds like. So similar. And I like Family Man. Haven't seen it.
And Age of Adeline, I mean, I think that kind of fits into that because it's bizarro what happens. It's just a freak thing. I mean, I will admit there are some, I cry easy in movies, but there are some things that make you cry and then you're just like, oh yay,
Yeah. So now we have all those. So it's okay, Patty. You can still watch them. This is just to inspire each other. And like I saw that movie in the last 2 weeks and I totally forgot.
Come on, we all know in book clubs people fake that they read them, and then when they talk about it, they're like, oh man, I have to really go back and read that.
But the funny thing is I saw it and I didn't remember seeing.
Yeah, I'll do that. Like, oh, I don't think I saw that, and then we'll start watching it and Mike will say, I know we saw it.
Right. Okay, so science fiction movies.
Dune was really good.
Dune is Dune available on Amazon or Netflix?
It's on HBO Max, and I saw it, and it was really great. It's up for all kinds of awards. That means it's called Dune, and it has the really attractive man, Jason. What's his name? He just split up with what's her name, Lisa Bonet. Jason. Yes. Mm-hmm. He's in it.
Momoa, how do you say it? I just go.
Momoa. Momoa. He looks like a homeless guy.
It's a great movie for sci-fi. It's a classic.
Like some guys I've seen. I have some friends in Berkeley that I've been friends with for many years, and we'll be walking somewhere and see someone, and it's not nice, but we'll like a homeless guy will go, hey, Stace, not you, Stace, another. Didn't you used to date him? Sometimes we look and go, maybe. Sorry, it's a joke. Anyway, I think, he needs to, I think he's hot, but I think he looks better when he takes a shower. Does he look good in Dune?
Yes. He does, but it was really good. We watched it, and it was a really long one, but it went by pretty quick, and it had kind of everything in it. And it's based off of a book, so I think you read the series. I didn't read the book, or if I did, I don't remember. My husband did. I enjoyed it. It was actually, there's nothing that I could find wrong with it. It was interesting. Kind of had a little bit of everything, and it also had almost a little bit of a psychic connection between the two characters, and that's where it leaves off. And there's battle, so it's kind of like a Star Wars-esque, but better. And if you didn't read the book, but the psychic connection was kind of cool, and it was a great sci-fi movie. I just can't think of anything negative about it.
Cool. And it's on HBO Max.
It's on HBO Max, and it got really great reviews, and which not every movie gets great reviews, but that one was definitely well deserved. I liked it. Can't say anything bad.
Okay.
Have you seen the original Dune, the first movie?
Yes, we saw the original. Okay. I like this one better. Did you see them both?
I just remember watching the first movie, but I haven't watched the second one.
I think with technology, not that matters all the time. I mean, some of the Hitchcocks, you just can't redo, some of the Hitchcocks, no matter with good technology. But I think it was really great and worth checking out again.
All right. I'm down.
It's 2 hours though.
For fans of Star Wars, there's been a couple series on Disney Plus. The first one was, I believe, The Mandalorian, which was following there's a character in the Star Wars series called Boba Fett, and he was a scavenger, he was a bounty hunter, but he was a Mandalorian, and it's a religion within the realm of Star Trek. And there's been a couple series. There's been that. There's been another one, but the most recent series on Disney Plus has been the Book of Boba Fett, and it picks up from where Boba Fett was supposedly killed, and then follows his story along on the planet of Tatooine, which where Luke Skywalker's family was from. And it's interesting. I mean, it's another offshoot of the Star Wars story, but it kind of ties a lot of things in there. And this particular series, the Book of Boba Fett, it actually has a couple really great cameos that kind of tie Star Wars back into the storyline. It was really good if you're a Star Wars fan.
So if you haven't watched any Star Wars, it's not recommended?
It's a standalone kind of story in and of itself. It has a lot of callbacks to other Star Wars stories, and not necessarily the overarching storyline of what Star Wars is. But I think you can watch them and still kind of follow along. But for someone that's experienced Star Wars in all of its forms, starting in '77 when the movie came out, it really is a delight.
Cool.
So Mandalorian, and then I watched all the Star Wars, and I just didn't want to spring for the Disney Plus, but I hear great things. So Mandalorian, and then you said that the other was a spinoff of. Would you have to watch one before?
No, not necessarily. It's just they've been Disney Plus has been producing these series and distributing them, and so you don't have to really watch the previous series to get what's going on. There are points in the storyline though where there are like callbacks and they bring characters back in, from other series, but look at the fat kitty.
That's a big kitty.
He's just such a big baby. He's pawing at my leg like a toddler.
He's a lap kitty.
He's what?
He's a lap kitty. Rich says that Dune is close to 3 hours.
It's a long movie, but it went fast.
Yeah.
And Patty's grandson likes Mandalorian.
Mark. Can't show her. Oh, you're
I'm
cold.
going to check out Mandalorian because I was interested. I just didn't want to spring for the Disney Plus, but I'll cancel one and then I won't feel guilty when I get the Disney Plus.
Do you have Verizon?
No.
Verizon Wireless? Oh,
I do.
They have a thing where you can sign up for a Disney Plus, Hulu, and something else, and it's a package. It's like $13.99 a month. I think it's ESPN and Disney and Hulu. But if you're like a Verizon customer and you've never had it before, they'll give you like 6 months free.
Really? Even now?
And if you just want Disney, it's like $6.99 a month or free for 6 months. And then after it's $6.99. So if you have Verizon, check out Verizon on their app, or if you pay your bill on the website, check it out, because it's an offer that if you've never signed up for it before, you get it 6 months free.
Wow.
Yeah, Disney Plus has been really great content for like science fiction, comic book action movies. It's offshoots of the Marvel Avenger movies too, so where they focus on different characters, like the Scarlet Witch. They've done Hawkeye. They've done a few of them that have been really, really good. So, and one as well, digging back into the time aspect, they did one based on a comic book called What If, and What If was it was like, what if this character did this instead of that? And then it was an animated series that was really great. And like I said, based on a comic book. So, it was for people who like me, who also was an avid comic book collector and fan of Marvel. It was great to have that content, to see that as well. So,
yeah, they have a lot of goodies.
I'll definitely sign up, because I know that my husband follows all the Marvel, and he said, oh no, they're coming out with something that ties everything together. I have no idea. I've seen half and not half, but what's the big one coming out by Marvel?
There's one that's just come out. It was Spider-Man No Way Home, and it was a way to introduce the multiple universe concept, where there are multiverses, as they call it, different universes, different characters and stuff like that. So this most recent movie that they released, Spider-Man No Way Home, ties in the current Spider-Man, which is portrayed by an actor named Tom Holland, and then it introduced the previous two Spider-Mans, Tobey Maguire from the first Spider-Man series, and then another guy that's kind of sandwiched in there. But it introduced the concept that there are multiple universes going on in and around us. And the next big movie deals with a character called Doctor Strange. And Doctor Strange is like, he's like a wizard, and him crossing into different universes. There's been a trailer that's been issued recently promoting that movie, and one of the things I guess people are really excited about is it's introduced the mutant storylines into this current Avenger universe. So X-Men. So X-Men was really popular previously, but Marvel sold the rights, the cinematic rights, to different companies. So different company, different group other than Marvel Studios did the original Spider-Mans, did the X-Men's, and all the various ones. And then Marvel Studios got their shit together, excuse my language, but they acquired all their old characters back. And so this is going to be a great opportunity for them to introduce these characters now that they have the rights to make movies of into their Marvel universe.
That
the
sounds
universe
pretty
of
neat.
the new Avenger movies. Yeah, it's going to be really exciting. I look forward to it. But Disney Plus has some great content when it comes to Marvel characters too. So.
Yeah.
Well, I'll definitely get. Did you ever see Fringe? It was on like a local channel, but it was about different parallel universes.
Yeah.
And it was really like intense. It was a series, really good, but way out there. Did you see it, Jenna? Because it didn't seem like something you would like.
No, I didn't.
It's out there, but it's kind of like, mind blowing.
Yeah,
it's good. It's not bad. There was another decent one, the Grimm. It was called Grimm, and it was about the Brothers Grimm fairy tales, and it was really cool, and it had all the characters from the Grimm fairy tales. That was also
Matt
really
Damon was in that, right? Wasn't it Matt Damon and Heath Ledger in
no
Grimm?
This was a series. This was just Grimm. It was a series on, like, let's say ABC or NBC, but it's really good. And I don't typically like most, normal network shows, but we watched it from start to finish, and it was excellent for sci-fi. So Grimm, definitely worth checking out. One of the better ones I've seen in a long time.
So we're getting some suggestions for movies from people that are in the in the crew in
Facebook world.
Yeah, Blade Runner 1982, Total Recall,
great one.
Avatar. I don't know if any of these are streaming anywhere. The Matrix. I would watch all the Matrix. I think that'd be a fun binge.
Oh yeah.
But I don't know where they are. I think Matrix is on.
We just watched a recent where the most recent Matrix. I can't think of what it was called though.
That 3 or 4.
Yeah, but it's the recent one where they're kind of going back. Like there's other people and they're kind of going back and they're rescuing Keanu Reeves and the other girl. Oh God. I wish Mike was listening. Do you know it?
It's called Matrix Resurrection.
Yes.
Matrix Resurrection.
Yes, I couldn't think of the word. I was like,
where's that available?
I think it's just available for streaming. I'm not exactly sure. Maybe.
Rich just said Matrixes are all on HBO Max.
Yeah, they are.
Okay.
Oh, great. So we don't have it anymore. We were changing up the TV.
Okay, so
I think there's a new Harry Potter movie coming out.
I heard there was a Harry Potter reunion special coming out.
Is that it? I saw something advertised for Harry Potter. Don't knock it. It's great.
Oh, no. I think it's cool that there's a reunion. That's crazy. That's cool.
Did you know J.K. Rowling would only allow British actors, no Americans? I don't know if anyone knew that.
What show was that?
The Harry Potters.
Oh gosh,
Harry Potter
Fun.
films. It was basically a prerequisite that it was all British actors. So
really?
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
J.K. Rowling has some PR issues at the moment. What happened? What did J.K. Rowling do? Rich says they have some PR.
She came out. She came out with a really hard line stance on gender and really upset the trans community with
she's
the
a
views
translator?
about gender roles and yeah, basically.
Oh, well, then it's out for me.
Not watching. She's in trouble.
Yeah,
forget about it. I'm not watching any. I have to be honest with you. I've never seen a Harry Potter movie.
I mean, well, they actually are.
Now I
really
know
good.
why. But no, I just haven't.
I mean, at what point do we forgive our artists? Jaws?
I love Jaws. The movie. Jaws.
Oh yeah. Jaws is awesome.
Jaws is classic.
That the J.K. Rowling thing brings up an interesting point. At what point do we forgive our artists, our favorite musicians, actors? At what point do we forgive their transgressions just based on their talent?
We were talking about that.
We talked about that.
We just had a conversation, and Michael Jackson was one, and then Jenna, who was the other?
I'm trying to remember.
Michael Jackson, we said no. We separated him from,
Was the other one
his talent?
An actor?
I think it was a singer. Who was it? And we said
no. We got R. Kelly.
That one I'm going to go with the hard no. Although Dave Chappelle did some pretty good spoofs of R. Kelly on the Dave Chappelle, and that's another one, Dave Chappelle.
I had my R. Kelly story is right when when he finally got caught, I got hired by Wendy's to sing at their corporate party at Disney World. One song, they flew me there for 3 days. They asked me to sing one song, and they wanted me to sing that particular song, I Believe I Can Fly. And I said, no, I can't. I can't. And, then this woman called, and then someone else called. We really want you. We need you to do it. We're going to put you up here, and we're going to do this. And I can't do it. And then they changed the song. But, yeah, can't. Sorry. No, I can't remember who it was. Melanie DeMore, I love you. Who was it? We were just talking about this.
And
any rock stars I've met disappointed me horribly. I wish I'd never met them because I can't separate the artist from there, especially if they're
I mean, it's tough. It's tough for me. I definitely frown on their certain artist behavior and stuff, but the music kind of. For me anyway, transcends that, like a Michael Jackson song will always kind of hit deep just because of my experiences tied to that music and how beautiful the music is. Prince has been known to do some pretty dirty stuff, and yet I love Prince. It was hard for me to separate my feelings from Dave Chappelle, his comedy, and his outlook on the trans community. It was really tough for me to go, oh God, can I really cancel Dave Chappelle? So many great experiences tied to that comedy. So it's tough. Louis C.K. Recently. What he did is
if you watch his comedy, Louis C.K., in the first 5 minutes, you know that he's a sexist pig. I mean,
I probably couldn't handle that.
He's just, like misogynistic but he's funny. I get the funny. I see where, but I saw him 10 minutes and I went, can't do this person, hurts my head. Yeah. So what he did, but I understand. But I can't think who it was, Stacy. Who were we talking about?
It was so egregious. And I brought up Michael Jackson after we talked about this person. We were
Poor Louis? Whatever, sorry.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard. But we're in such a cancel culture now. You almost, I don't know. They have
and there's Keanu Reeves who does all this cool. Cosby. It was Cosby. Was it Cosby?
It wasn't Bill Cosby.
It wasn't Bill Cosby.
It wasn't, but that's a good example. Another good example.
Well,
what he did.
I don't mean to interrupt, but Gary Lambert said there's a 4-part documentary on Cosby right now from the beginning.
I saw.
And
that'd be interesting.
Yeah. But
and he opened the door. It wasn't Bill Cosby, but you got to appreciate Bill Cosby, because didn't he do Fat Albert too?
Yeah, he changed a lot in the world of television and movies and
the
life. Egregious. Good legal word. Yes. Okay. So let's this is going somewhere else, which I'm fine with, but I'm not a science fiction. My internet connection is unstable, I was just told. Guys.
Well, and on science fiction, I mean, I'm kind of, moody. It gets too weird. I won't watch it. But then Don't Look Up is in the category of sci-fi.
Brilliant.
And I liked that movie.
Brilliant.
I'm trying to remember. There was one with George Clooney, Midnight Sky.
That was pretty good. I mean, it was a little slow, but it was pretty good. I
feel like I watched it because I was just looking it up, and it's one of those, it's familiar, and I'm like, I think I watched that, and it's real slow. And you said it's slow moving, and I'm thinking that's what it was. It was like I was starting to get a little bored, but it was kind of interesting. And I was looking for William. He always looks up some, like he Googles them. So I was kind of doing that while I was listening, and I didn't realize that movie Don't Look Up was a sci-fi movie. I don't know why I didn't think of that one. I think we all watched
What's
that.
The one with Morgan Freeman with the asteroids? Remember? And when asteroids were really big.
Yeah.
But I can't think of it.
What's his name? The young guy.
Yeah, I like that.
I'm going to click on it. We're going to look at it.
I'm turning my lights down.
Leonardo DiCaprio is in it.
Yeah.
Meryl Streep, Jennifer Lawrence.
Loved it.
Bird Box.
Gosh.
Oh, that's a scary movie. I don't like scary movies.
I don't want scary. I don't like scary.
I didn't. I thought it came up on my sci-fi movie, and it said Bird Box, and then it says scary movies, and I'm like, no, I won't watch it. I Am Legend.
Okay. I Am Legend. That's a really good movie.
I'm thinking I've seen that one too.
I really liked it until it shifted to the creature thing. I think I Am Legend is a great movie. It's got a great backstory. That's
listed in the sci-fi.
Is that on
I just googled Netflix sci-fi.
Okay, what else is on there?
How about The Blob?
The Blob.
Can't beat The Blob. That's
what
classic.
Happened to Monday. Let's see what that's about. Why? What happened to Monday? We were all sitting here talking about movies. The 11/11.
One of my favorite science fiction movies by Tim Burton, Mars Attacks.
That's fun.
I don't know if I think that might be on Netflix. Mars Attacks.
What's that one about?
It's about the aliens from Mars coming down and attempting to invade Earth.
Is it kind of
it's a great ensemble cast. Yeah, it is. It is really campy, very Tim Burton-esque in its production, and it's got an all-star cast. Jack Nicholson plays a couple different characters in that movie, but it's really just campy and comedy and mixed in with an invasion storyline. Very entertaining, very funny.
That sounds like a good one to make for a weekly. I know I've seen it before, but it's been a while.
And what was it again?
Mars Attacks.
Mars Attacks.
Yes, there's always, was the other one Spaceballs?
Spaceballs
Oh,
is
great.
oh, Spaceballs, so good.
the bar scene's the best.
And Dune is on HBO, is that right?
It's HBO Max, yeah.
Dune is on HBO
That's
Max.
great.
And so are the Matrix movies.
The Mandalorian is Disney Plus.
And that's a series. So I'm going to subscribe to that.
The Mandalorian.
Men in Black.
Love
Remember?
Men in Black. Did you guys watch? I know you didn't watch the Super Bowl, AJ. Either of you watch the Super Bowl?
Yes.
Some of
Suzanne? I mean, Stacy and
I watched some of it.
Did you have a favorite commercial?
Didn't watch commercials.
Gosh, there was one with the
something's going weird.
I don't want to say it, but because Joe,
am I the only one moving right now? Do you guys all see everybody else moving?
I can see Stacy.
I see April.
Chain reaction set.
Can you hear us though? Oh, I see you.
Everything just went away. So Mars Attacks, is that on Netflix right now?
I think it might be. I think I saw it.
I
saw it there.
You okay, April?
Yeah, I was trying not to sneeze.
Tickle the roof of your mouth.
Oh, and that'll stop a sneeze?
Tickle the roof of your mouth.
Probably make me sneeze worse. It's because I was holding. Cat kept getting close to me.
I was getting allergic watching you.
Yeah, he does that because he had surgery a couple years right before we were moving here. He had to have surgery, and he almost died from a urinary blockage. Oh. So he had to have this surgery to save his life, and so he kind of became a little accustomed and spoiled to snuggle time because he had to stay in a playpen, like trapped in. And so I'd get him out because I'd feel bad and I would hold him and snuggle him. So now that's his thing. And I'm like, oh, because then, the cat here and the slobbers are here. And so now I'm like a mess and I'm just trying to hold it till the end of the show. Okay.
I'm sorry. Hey, Stacy's gone. Are you there, Stacy?
Oh,
gone.
Hold on.
Yeah, I can't see Stacy now.
Gone, girl.
Can you see me now?
No.
You said gone, girl. I'm like, I got some.
Funny.
Will that keep me from sneezing?
How about now?
Have you heard of the movie Big Bus?
Big Butts?
Bus or bust?
Bus with an S, like what? I'm traveling on a bus. Suburbanites are locked in for their own protection by their household robots while an android revolt rages outside. Oh, Mars Attacks is on Netflix.
Okay. What about is it Ex Machina or M Machina? I don't know how you pronounce it.
How you say that?
That was weird.
Looper.
Machina.
Terminator 2.
Terminators are all good. Blade Runner, the new Blade Runner was really cool.
And Dune is on HBO. Freaks. Kept locks inside the house by her father. No, I don't need to see that. Maybe somebody else does. There's a lot of them. What was the Charlize Theron one you were talking about?
Oh yeah, hold on. It sounded kind of cool too. You're gonna lose me. I took a picture of it, so let's see. Let me go to my photos. It was
thanks for being here, by the way, everyone. This is fun.
Old Guard.
Old Guard.
Yeah, I've never heard of it, and it got pretty decent. It got good reviews, or pretty decent reviews, and it wasn't really old. So it's on Netflix. Old Guard. Sounded pretty good. It's like all these warriors. I don't know. It sounded pretty.
I'll make a list right now. Old Guard. And then Dune.
Mars Attacks. Dune's really long, but it's good. I don't know if people have the commitment.
Dune. This I Am Legend.
You know, I Am Legend, that was one of the first, that's based on a book that was written quite a long time ago. And it was one of the first stories that introduced zombies, or the zombie concept, the undead. And so that predated, the book predated all of the Night of the Living Dead content.
Did it really?
So
that movie, that book?
The book I Am Legend, yeah.
So I have Old Guard, Mars Attacks, Dune, I Am Legend, Matrix. Oh, Spaceballs, right? No, what was the other one? Not Spaceballs.
Spaceballs.
Mandalorian. Yeah, because there was Dune, Mandalorian was mentioned, Mars Attacks, right?
Mars Attacks.
Old Guard, I Am Legend. You said Matrix. What about that Midnight Sky? What did you think? Is that a science fiction?
I don't know.
It was. I mean, it definitely was. I mean, it was science related. It kind of reminded me of Tom Hanks, the one where he was stranded, you know, with Wilson, the volleyball, Castaway. Mars was. It kind of reminded me of a Castaway, but scientific. I don't know. It was. I mean, it was entertaining. I think
put it on the list.
It was.
Is that the one? Now I'm getting confused. Is that the one with George Clooney? And he's got the beard. Yeah. It doesn't even look like George Clooney at first because he's got the big beard. Am I thinking of the right one?
You are. And he's in, I don't know, Antarctica, some really
it's like
place, and
have blankets. I just kind of remember. I don't remember all of it, so I might have to watch that again.
It got pretty bad reviews, but it wasn't bad. I mean, I didn't think it was bad. Yeah, it did, but it's not one where I would say don't watch it. I thought it was entertaining. It was a little slow, but I think that was the point.
I think I did see that.
Actually, I liked it actually.
I'm gonna check it out. That's quite a few. Old Guard, Mars Attacks.
Yeah, because I mean, and even looking these up, I'm not sure if Age of Adeline, I mean, that is more the time travel, I think, versus sci-fi.
Oh, but that sounds like a good one to watch.
I mean, if somebody wants an extra one to watch, I mean, it's kind of time travel to do with time, but like what happens to her, they get all scientific about how, you know, it snowed, but then lightning hit and it caused a reaction in the stars. I don't know if that's even, you know, anyway. So
yeah, that's quite a few. I'm just going to press. I'll press. Is there anything else?
I think there would be something for everybody. Somebody should find something.
You had a couple in there.
Yeah.
Mars Attacks, Dune.
Mars Attacks. There was a good scientific sci-fi style. It was more like apocalyptic story. It's on HBO Max. It was a series. It's called Station 11. I don't know if anyone is familiar with Station 11.
Oh yeah,
but it deals with. Oh, it's amazing. It's really good. It's a slow burn. It's it's a slow pace, but the characters are really do a good job in letting you know who those characters are and what they're all about, and follows their progress through a pandemic situation, a world ender, world-ending pandemic that wipes out the majority of the population, and then the humanity's rebirth after that, where it's just you got to start over again, and
it really
is great.
Tribute to art, as far as recreating, as making sure that the arts don't die out. So no, I enjoyed that actually. That's a good one.
Did you finish it? Did you finish it yet?
I haven't finished. Not yet. Did you watch it all the way through?
I watched it all the way through.
Okay.
I know of people who kind of got they didn't the Shakespearean aspect to it. They kind of get, oh well, starting to deal with Shakespeare. Oh, forget it. But they tie it all in at the end, and it really is a great vehicle to bring that story to its conclusion. It was an awesome series. I enjoyed it very much.
Yeah, I like it. I like it so far.
And that's on HBO Max?
That's on HBO Max.
Okay, well, we got a big chunk, and I just hit your name with the list that I have, April, and maybe I got everything, and maybe I missed something. So
yeah, it's just cool because the more we get, at least it covers something for everybody, right?
And what I'm really excited about, because I love Jurassic Park. I love Jurassic Park. There's a new one coming out.
Yes, I saw that.
I'm exciid.
He was on the Super Bowl. Remember? Did you see him? What's his name? The main guy. He was on one of the Super Bowl. I think it was pregame, and he was talking about the movie, the new Jurassic Park coming out, and he was talking about those two other guys, and that fake dinosaur came out.
Who? Oh no,
the younger actor. Chris Pratt, the younger actor.
That's it.
Jeff Goldblum.
Jeff Goldblum.
Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're supposed to. Yeah, there's a new Jurassic movie supposed to bring all of those people back. So,
they are.
Jeff Goldblum, Sam Neill,
Laura,
all the people from the original movie. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited. I love that.
You know what we left out? The best sci-fi movie, Jenna, of all time, Aliens. Sigourney Weaver.
Oh, and also, Rich said, what's the other one where everybody was blue?
Avatar.
Alien and Avatar.
There's supposed to be an Avatar. I don't know if it's a sequel or there's supposed to be another one coming out though. Although it did make me, the vertigo was insane because they had it at the IMAX theater. It was
Total Recall. There's always Total Recall movies.
Oh. That's a good one. Blade Runner.
I did like Avatar.
There's a Marvel movie out called The Eternals, which is very sci-fi as well. More superhero-ish, but also a nice sci-fi aspect to it. My friend and I were in a discussion the other day trying to figure out what was the big blockbuster style of movie before Star Wars in any genre.
Wasn't Jaws before Star Wars?
I'm sorry?
Wasn't Jaws before Star Wars?
Jaws? Was it? Was it before 77?
What year did Jaws come out? Definitely 77. 1975.
75. So Jaws was one of the big blockbusters. Star Wars was 77.
Okay, yeah, Jaws was 75.
The first Alien, I believe, was 78, so that was after Star Wars. But King Kong with Jeff Bridges, and that was the mid 70s remake. That was something. But it was really, if you look back on the history of that, those types of big movies, disaster movies. Airplane was very popular.
Yeah, we'll get into disaster. I love
right. All of those style movies were those big, the kind of blockbusters. But Star Wars was really the first kind of big blockbuster movie of my generation, anyway. Where you saw lines and lines of people, going into the theater. I personally watched it 13 times when it first came out, as a kid. I remember going to a Star Trek convention, and it was a year before Star Wars came out, and we were able to watch they showed us the trailer for Star Wars a year before the movie came out, and my mind was just blown as you know, as a 10, 11-year-old seeing something like that, and I'm like, wow, it's really in your face, like what's going on here? And so my friend and I had a long discussion trying to figure out what was the big blockbuster prior to that, and then what was the big science fiction thing prior to that that was not TV but rather movie in the theatrical aspect. And we couldn't really pin anything down other than like maybe Space Odyssey 2001, but that was like mid to late 60s, you know, so there really wasn't too much.
Yeah, there's another space
of a sci-fi. There were a bunch of movies, but they weren't really the blockbuster that Star Wars was.
Was the Invasion of the Body Snatchers a blockbuster?
It was big, but not as big as Star Wars. And then it was more an alien kind of storyline and not something that's off planet. Like really, you have to really dig to see or look for anything that was of a Star Wars type feel. And the funny thing about Star Wars is the way it was shot was based on the way they would shoot old Japanese movies, the old samurai movies. They used that as like a guide on how to shoot it theatrically. And those old Japanese movies are all based on old American Western movies. So it's this weird little circle that the influence.
Everything's been done, right? Just in a different way. Well, I think we accomplished a lot, you guys, and I'm glad that everybody was here, and people that are still watching are here, and some are going to sleep. And Mama Grace, I think she dropped off. But
I'm sorry.
Right? For what?
Oh, you said that, and I had just yawned, and I was trying to.
Oh gosh! I yawned on stage once, and I got a shoe thrown at me.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah,
that's terrible.
I've had a shoe thrown at me and a microphone. She hit me once on the head, and then another person hit me with a microphone.
Oh my goodness!
You never told me.
I never told you.
You never told me who that person. No, you never did. You owe me that.
I'll tell you on one of our after. We have these afterglow conversations now on 11/11 that sometimes I think I should record them, but I don't. But thank you, April, and thank you, Stacy, and thank you, AJ, for jumping on. You're not usually up at this time of night. What's going on?
I had taken my pain meds earlier than normal that knocked me out for a good 2-3 hours. And so I made dinner, I came and laid down, and then I woke up 3 hours later. So
what did you make
He's
for
taking
dinner?
a nap before the show. That's what it is. I mentioned taking a nap before tonight because I was tired earlier today, but we used to have to do that. We would go down to visit Mike's parents in Florida, and Mike's dad, he could never retire. So he worked, I think he just did security or something at like an adult, like assisted living center. So he would get off at midnight, and he'd always want us to meet him at Applebee's at midnight.
Oh,
when he got off work for, a drink or whatever. And Mike would always just say, oh my God, I'm going to have to take a nap before we go out with my, 70-some-year-old father. But, when you travel, you're tired anyway. So that was our excuse. So, but
for me, the entire year of 2020, that should have been called the year of the nap, because I slept so much throughout the pandemic year.
Yeah.
And then I have a habit of starting to watch something and laying down, and if I'm in this position and I'm watching something, forget about it. I'm like asleep in 20 minutes. It puts me to sleep. And then I have a bad opinion of what I tried to watch. I go, oh, that was boring. It put me to sleep. Granted, I needed a nap, but
Mine was the mistake of buying a reclining chair, because now we'll and end up falling asleep and miss sometimes the 11:11 at night. So.
You're all here. You're here when you're here.
I need to time it so I fall asleep earlier, like AJ did, and wake up in time for this show.
I do that sometimes. I'll take a nap before the show.
Yeah, Mike's always hollering. He'll just kind of look over. We'll be watching a movie or something. He'll go, April, or he'll throw stuff at me. So,
yes.
I'd start a movie with him, and he'd go, "Good night."
Yeah.
What? I'm gonna stay up.
I'm awake. I'm awake.
Yes, William. 11:11 is too exciting to miss.
I know. I'm glad you're here. Well, maybe you can take a nap next Monday and be here again.
Yeah.
If you'll have me on Monday nights, I'd love to participate.
Come on back, but I want to know what you made for dinner.
Made for dinner?
What did you make?
I didn't really make anything much for dinner. It was something where Joy and her boyfriend went out for Valentine's Day, and so it was just me and Mom. And so I ordered pizza. You know, cool. I looked at it, I go, pizza? So that way I didn't have to cook. I'm like, pizza? Sure. And where we're at, it's 30 minutes or less. It's literally 30 minutes or less on the delivery, which is great. So,
no, hour plus. Did you see that the Cheese Board just got nominated Best Pizza in the Bay Area?
I saw that. And, you know, I'm not crazy about the...
it's like, you guys, it's a gourmand pizza. You know, they put corn on it. And
yeah, it's like a flatbread style. And it's just, you know, for me, pizza is pizza. You know, I appreciate a good slice, but I'll get by on Domino's. You know,
Gracie likes her Domino's. You got to come here sometime. I'll take you to my cousin's DiMaggio's and Capozio's Pizza. And April, Stacy hasn't been to Riverview Park either. So,
well, there you go.
We'll be doing some hanging down there. All right, kids. It's now Tuesday, February 15th. And it's 1, 2, 3, 4 right now on the East Coast. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, gosh.
Wait, I'll have to try it. I actually haven't heard of it. You haven't heard of Cheese Board Pizza? Arizmendi's? Cheese Board Pizza, I'm responding to Rich. Cheese Board Pizza is on Shattuck, across the street from Chez Panisse, and Arizmendi is down on San Pablo at like 50th? Around that way. But thank you, Julie Luce. You sleep well too. Thanks, Rich. Thanks, Eileen. Thanks, William. Thanks, AJ. Thanks, April. Thank you, Stacy. Thank you, Stacy, so much.
I saw that Suzanne is on, and I asked her why she didn't come on the show, like on.
Oh, she took a breather. She just said,
yeah, that's what she said.
Yeah.
I was like, where are you?
Well, happy Valentine's Day to Suzanne. So
happy Valentine's Day, everybody. Happy day after. Now you can go get your candy for 70% off.
Yep, there you go.
Cool. Who has a letter for me? Real quick. First letter to come up.
C.
What about
for cake balls?
Cake balls. Cake balls.
I was going to say V for Valentine's, but it is over. So cake balls. I'm going to have to make a big batch again.
Make a big batch. We'll meet at Riverview Park. Cake balls, cake balls. I got to see a cake ball. I've never seen a cake ball. Cake ball. I got to start watching science fiction and eat cake balls. Cake balls, cake balls. Everybody stay safe, stay healthy. Be real nice. And from your thoughts, make them casual. Make them so material, like from your words, make them cool and mesmerizing. And for your heart, make your heart beat. Cake ball, magnificent kind of heart. Thanks, April. Thanks, Stacy. Thanks, AJ, and everybody else. Love hard. Peace out.
Real hard.
Good night. Good morning.